First, a major 7.0 earthquake striking just off the coast of Northern California this morning. Officials prompting tsunami warnings for coastal areas in California and Oregon. However, that was later canceled just before 1 p.m. More than 1.3 million people lived close enough to the quake that they could have felt it. ABC 15 is bringing you team coverage today. Our Justin Hobbs will have more on how tsunamis are created. But first, meteorologist Ashley DiMartino. Ashley, you're following the quake and the history behind tsunamis in California.
Yeah, Christine, hard to believe that there have been 80 tsunamis in California's history in 150 years. The most significant one was 1964, where they had 20-foot waves hitting the Crescent City area. 12 people were killed during that one. The 2011 one, just as strong, but not as much damage at that point, and no deaths with that one. So with this one issue today, that's why we had that concern when they issued the tsunami warning, because of the devastation that it could have caused to the California and Oregon coast. To talk a little bit more and break down what a tsunami is, I'll send it over to Justin Hobbs.
Thanks, Ashley. And as we know, some of these earthquakes don't even produce a tsunami like we're seeing today with this one being canceled. But let's talk about the mechanisms of what causes the tsunami. So ultimately, when an earthquake occurs way deep down in the ground underneath the water, they usually occur right along a fault zone, which is where tectonic plates are meeting. Either they're sliding past each other, they're converging or diverging. When that occurs and the earthquake occurs, land is displaced. That land displacement is what is going to shift the water up. Now, if it's deeper down into the ground, there's not as big of a displacement. When it's up near the surface in a strong earthquake, there's more land that is displaced, which means a larger push of water. Now, if you flew over the ocean after a tsunami has been created, you're not really going to see a big wall of water way out in the ocean. It's not till that wave starts to push closer to the shore and makes its way closer to that shallow water, it starts to spread out and starts to build up and become much taller. And that's when you can see these very large waves of water. Now, it's always important to remember that if you are along the coast or if you have family who is along the coast, they are always listening to local officials, and to any of those alerts, if you are told to get to higher ground, make sure that you are doing so.